Hey guys, so we do have here a failed device called the Samsung Galaxy J1, and I wanted to do a quick little video here checking out why this device actually sucks, really hardcore sucks. I wasn't expecting it, to be honest. I was expecting quite a good experience because it's sharing the same kind of model name as the Samsung Galaxy J5, which I do have here. Absolutely fantastic device, this little mid-ranger here, but it absolutely shares absolutely nothing in common with the Galaxy J5, and you should avoid this one like the plague. The reasons why, I can go through them here. First of all, the display, it's not AMOLED display, so I was expecting like quite a nice display here, because the J5 does have an AMOLED display. I think it's actually TFT 480 by 800, 217 ppi, so you can really kind of notice the low quality here. You can see it virtually disappears when you are looking at it from side to side. However, I can live with a bad display as long as the performance is good, but sadly the performance on this device is absolutely atrocious. I mean, it's like, it feels slower than some gingerbread devices I remember back in the day. I think it's running like a weird custom chip here, Spreadtrum, is that it? Spreadtrum processor. Has anyone ever heard of that? I haven't. But it's apparently a dual core Cortex A7 with Mali 400, so quite decent for the graphics, but the handset feels so laggy. Just doing like basic stuff such as going into the camera and coming out of it, and then if we want to go into something like the browser here and then come out of it again and then go back into something else, let's say settings, you can see there's lag like whenever you're doing something here, like a massive delay. I want to go back to the internet here, can have a look at the web browsing. So if we go to a web page and load up the page here, we can see it takes absolutely ages to respond, and this is the sort of thing which you want to throw out the window very quickly. Look at that, that is pretty bad. And also I've noticed as well that I'm unable to actually like play any games on this device. I've been trying to play Real Racing here, and when I start it up it takes ages, and not only that, when you do kind of wait for it to load, it doesn't actually load the game. I don't know why, because the Mali 400 should be quite decent here, but you can see it looks like it's going to go into it, and then all of a sudden eventually we'll get there. I mean, what's this about? You know, that is pretty bad if you ask me, and I've tried it like loads of times. I don't know how I can get any game to work on here. And I think also another thing you need to be aware of here, that Samsung has like crippled the device in terms of the storage. It's not got 8 gigs of internal storage, which is pretty bad, but it's got actually 4 gigs of internal storage, which, as you can see, nearly 2 gigs is taken up by the operating system. And basically, after installing a few apps here as well as one game, I got 357 megabytes. Yes, you can put a micro SD in there, but that's not always going to be a solution for all apps, which don't allow, some of them don't allow going to the micro SD. So you can see here that, you know, this isn't a device that you want to be buying when like they do eventually upgrade it to Lollipop. You can see we're still running an old Android 4.4.4 as well, which is pretty bad for late 2015. But Lollipop obviously takes up a lot of space, so it's probably just as well it's running like older Android here. So that is another issue here. The other thing I've been checking out is the camera as well. I think the camera on this one is a 5 megapixel, so I wasn't expecting too much, but you know, compared to the Moto E, etc., I couldn't get like a usable shot. Like the shots that I was taking, why isn't it auto rotating? Let's just, there we go. So we can see I took some shots here in my backyard, and basically they literally all came out a blurry mess, like, or they had this weird kind of cloud kind of strobe effect on them, which I was like, whoa, I don't think I've come across a camera this bad. So you know, you can have a look here what I'm talking about, to see that I'm not playing. This is obviously 5 megapixels and I was expecting a little bit better. I think even like the old phones back in 2010 did a better job than this one, and also the video recording also is pretty appalling. Not that you want to be taking much video here on this device. So you know, across the board here, I think that this is a failed device and should not be categorized in the same class here as the J5. It's a bit weird that Samsung chooses to name like a really awesome device here for the price with the same kind of name as the J5. We should call it the F5, sorry, the F1 for like fail here. So you know, do look out for this device. If anyone offers it you, don't accept it. You know, someone would have to actually pay me to use this device as my daily driver. But yeah, so just a quick little video here then, checking out this device. Don't buy it for the love of God, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.